And dear friends, if you look at this sculpture or carving, you'll find lot of things which are unusual. Now, if you see, first you'll see is a vehicle. Vehicle appears something like a peacock. Okay. Now you'll see at a deity, 100% you are sure it is not a male deity, it is a female deity. Now the confusion is increasing because if we consider the Kumaraswamy or Murugan Swami, his vehicle is peacock. He is god of war. He was god of all Kshatriyas and he was worshipped by them. So his vehicle was peacock. Now here we are seeing a female deity. That means it is definitely not Kartikeya. Now what could be the possibility? Now for this possibility, believe me, I have to search a lot because I have to find out a female deity which has got vehicle as the peacock. And second thing, I have got a strong belief that the sculptures earlier, the engineers or what you can call them as sutradharas, they never make mistakes. So we have to decode it. Now let's go into the details of the deity first. Now you know Devi Kumari. Yes, you have to go in details of iconography of Shakti of Skanda, that is the Kumari. Now Kumari is one of the Saptamatrikas. Now you know Chalukyas were fond of Saptamatrikas. Wherever they have constructed building, wherever they have constructed temples, you will find a panel of Saptamatrikas. Now 7 mothers. Out of one of them is the Kumari. Now she is also called Shakti because of the power, and she is a feminine counterpart of Kartikeya. So this is our first interpretation. Can she be a feminine form of Kartikeya which is worshipped in Saptamatrikas as Kumari? Now Kumari always rides a peacock for simple thing. Attributes: she may be shown carrying a spear or well and sometimes with the martial weapons. Now here you are seeing a weapon, you cannot depict it with a routine conventional method. Now she is a Shakti goddess. She has got a weapon which we are trying to identify and which we have just put it as the something like a martial weapon. Now let's go slightly further. Now it has come from a Sabha Mandapa on which we are seeing a lot of Sabha Mandapa of Sri Rangapatanam, Sri Rangaswamy temple. So there are a lot of war scenes are sculpted. Now ornation and femininity forms. Clearly a goddess. Traditionally South Indian, goddess wears a Kirti Mukut, then earrings, and also the bands. She is ornated. Now pose is seated with saddle. Now look at that. That is interesting. She is seated with a saddle, gracefully over a peacock. That means she is in a warrior mood. She is on a saddle, number 1. Number 2, she is carrying weapons. Number 2, she has to be in a war mode. Now learning slightly more about the Kumari, we have also got for differentiation Meenakshi, which we are going to come to it little late. We are going to compare these two goddesses and I am going to leave to you whether it is a Meenakshi or whether it is Kumari. Now one detail, peacock is also ornated. Look at this, peacock is ornated. Number 1. And the style in which she is sitting on a peacock is indicating she is in a war mode. So these two things are more favor of Kumari. Now let us come to the another possibility that I told you was a Meenakshi. Who was Meenakshi? Meenakshi was a form of goddess Parvati. Now she is worshipped in different ways as far as Madurai is concerned and as far as Tiruchirappalli is concerned, this part of Andhra Pradesh, she is worshipped and the vehicles are different. This iconography, particularly of Nayaks and that of the Vijayanagar, on this side slightly differs than Vijayanagar at Hampi. Now, let us find out. The goddess Meenakshi, she is associated with peacock. Yes, we see it. That is called Madurai tradition. It is very specific, very special, and it is called Madurai tradition. Meenakshi, she is a fearful form of Parvati, so warrior. And she marries Sundareshwara, that is Lord Shiva. At the time she is depicted riding a peacock, especially in the temples, sculptures of the Nayakas and later Chalukya period. Now here there is some difference. I told you I had taken a lot of time to get this information, and I have really turned all stones to get this information, how to fit this in iconology. So she in that way she is shown by these people in a warrior form. She is shown with arms, she is in warrior posture, and she is symbolizing a Shakti, her power. So people are going to worship her when they want to win the wars. If the temple has Shiva's connection or Madurai influence, now we are at Tiruchirappalli, obviously it is going to have, this is most likely identification. The sculpture most likely represents Kumari as far as more iconological details are concerned, but that is also, I am telling you, more for 49-51% and not more than that. But what you feel, what are your references, and what you get after reading certain things, I think they will add into my knowledge. They are important and will be very important as far as guidance to the future generation is concerned. I welcome it. Please write in comment.